Pubcast. If you're not listening to Pubcast, the terrorists are winning. That's what Jay Moore says.
Welcome to the Pubcast. Sit down and enjoy a pint.
Welcome to the Stripes episode of the Pubcast. Joining me are Allison, Eric, and newcomer Patrick Keane to break down another 80s classic comedy with Bill Murray and Harold Ramis. Stripes is one of those movies that's actually two separate movies combined into one, and there are obvious comparisons to another military movie that was released just 6 years later, Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket. This episode is chock full of our favorite scenes and quotes and features maybe our most difficult attempt at recasting a movie with today's actors. We really struggled with the recaster bait section, and you'll see we played a bit fast and loose with the rules with the ages of the actors, but it turned out pretty good. Anyway, let me be your big toe as I lead you through our breakdown of Stripes.
Are you stuck in a dead-end job?
We're going to be killed!
Oh, no.
Just keep your hands on the wheel and slow down!
Not killed. Oh, no.
Personal problems got you down.
You can't go. All the plants are going to die.
Well, the U.S. Army can turn your life around.
Before I knew it, she was walking next to me, singing, do, I did it, did it, do.
Join a whole new breed of professionals. Learn what it's like to feel like a man. Get your body into incredible shape.
Muscles, I love those muscles.
Stillman! Master important career skills.
What are you going to do with that?
This and this. Who's your friend? Who's your buddy? I am, aren't I?
And represent your country in foreign lands.
Gentlemen, we are in Germany!
So if you're a man who likes to take charge of your own life,
Boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom.
So am I to understand that you men completed your training on your own?
That's the fact, Jack! That's the fact, Jack!
and this looks like your kind of challenge,
Lean killer! You're a lean, mean, violent machine! I'll do it!
join Bill Murray in Stripes. This could be the best experience of your life.
What the? A surprise party! I'll kill you! Whose idea was this? Boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom, shakalaka, boom!
Okay, Stripes, 1981. This no-nonsense plot is not the shortest one ever. We did Money Pit last week, and that was the shortest one ever, 10 words. This one is not doesn't rank up there in brevity, but does rank up there in stupidity. Two friends who are dissatisfied with their jobs decide to join the Army for a bit of fun. For a bit of fun? Is that what they were doing?
I don't.
Or were they fucking losers who had no other choice but to join the Army?
Yeah. I don't remember a bit of fun.
No.
Yeah.
They got the shit beat out of them by the Army for 6 weeks and then went on some harebrained mission. All right. Let's start with Patrick with my first little question, and that is, when and where did you see it? What impact did it have on you, or what do you remember it having on the community? What did you think of Stripes when it came out, if you remember it?
Yeah, I would have been, 9, I guess.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, third grade. Is 9 third grade or fourth grade?
Yes.
Yeah.
And which is way too young to see that much breast, I think. It's like so gratuitous.
Patrick, I had the same reaction. I'm like, I don't remember this many boobs in this movie.
It's such a perfect, pointless 80s gratuitous nudity movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used that word when I wrote my note. Gratuitous nudity.
Yeah. It's kind of out of control.
It was like...
So This was a script written by a couple other guys, but I think then punched up by Harold Ramis, which he is want to do.
He didn't get to finish the story.
Oh, I'm sorry, Patrick. I just cut you off.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. I just remember. I remember it being so silly and perfect, like that and Meatballs.
Yeah.
Were like really, really free reign for Bill Murray, and just I don't know how much of a script they had to go off of.
No, that was one of the things I saw and noted here and there was that they definitely obviously haven't had a script, and they went on the script, but a majority of what Bill Murray was doing was he had the opportunity to improv, and it was clear. I mean, he went off script a lot throughout the movie, and I think it shows, and that's why he's fucking Bill Murray.
Yeah. I want to say I was maybe in high school when I eventually saw it. Like I didn't.
Wow.
I don't think I was in. I even saw it in middle school. Like I don't know if it hit my radar because it would have been kind of been like this lull period of like it would have been an older movie by the time I would have been older to watch it.
I saw it in junior high, and my reference point, and it's perfect that we have Patrick on here for this. We were talking about our Pop Warner football. And one of the things his team, the 49ers, used to do in their warm-ups that all the stupid teams do, and you get in lines, you do whatever sort of calisthenics things, hitting your helmets, hitting your pads, and then, jumping down, push-ups, whatever. One of the things your team did, Patrick, was somebody would yell razzle dazzle, and you guys would hit your pads and helmet in some sort of routine. And we were like, whoa, they have their shit together. How'd they do that? That's from Stripes. I can't, that blew us away. And we're like, oh, we're not prepared for this game.
I was thinking it was either going to be that or boom shakalaka. You're going into formation and you go boom shakalaka, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
in a position.
Had they done that, we would have walked off the field. Fucking forget it.
Yeah.
That would have been fantastic.
All right.
Patrick, that was a missed opportunity.
No.
Oh, no. That was the 49. Didn't we play in preseason, then again during the regular season, Brennan?
That sounds about right. And I think you kicked our teeth in both times.
Yeah.
So we talked about the gratuitous nudity, and so these scripts were written by other guys, I believe, and then Harold Ramis came in at the end and sort of tweaked it to make it what it was, as we saw it on film. Harold Ramis and scripts, early Harold Ramis scripts. We did Ghostbusters a while back, and then I think he was involved in Meatballs too, if I remember. Early Harold Ramis scripts. I'm not sure if this holds up in his late stuff, but there's absolutely, and it shows in this movie, especially when you have the Ghostbusters in the back of your mind, like three of us do for sure. There's absolutely zero effort in developing female characters.
Oh,
there is he doesn't even try to write dialogue.
No. Correct.
It's like,
correct.
It kind of is like shocking. Like it's amazing. Like why? I mean, we know why, but what's up with that?
I had written a similar note, kind of rewatching, and I'm like, the women in this movie are ancillary kind of things, and I'm using the word things intentionally,
right?
Because it's not treated in a dignified way at all.
No. I mean, the transition from they're downtown getting in trouble to, we're just going to watch the general's house.
Right.
Right.
And we're going to let you in and we just become these sex background characters for you.
Yes.
But also like the John Larroquette scene of him looking in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
0 point to that other than just to show the shower scene.
But apparently all of his dialogue there was totally improvised. He was making it up as he goes, the loofah.
Perfect.
That dude is super underrated. Not just in this movie, in general.
Yeah.
Okay. This is there are a few well-known movies out there like this, but this is one that it's obvious. This is two completely separate movies. The first movie is about the two losers go to boot camp, and they're in boot camp for the whole time. It's an hour and 14 minutes of boot camp. And then the last, the mission to Italy and all the real stuff that happens is the last 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
The last time I remember, or the biggest example of this kind of, to me, is Goodfellas. The first, hour 40 of the movie or whatever it is, 75% of the movie is a different movie than the last 20 minutes. Him being on drugs in the 80s and the cocaine and the black helicopters, that whole manic thing is a completely different movie than the rest of Goodfellas. In a good way, it has to be. But it's crazy. This movie is...
It's like another example of that, and it's weird how much it almost actually kind of mirrors, the two stories mirror each other, and it actually predates the other movie, is Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Where it's like basic training is a completely separate movie, and then they go to Vietnam, and it's like a completely separate story.
Right.
Well, at one point, watching John Candy run through the obstacle course in the mud and the rain and stuff.
And go off course.
Just off course.
But yes.
Detours to the woods.
When they have like the rain ponchos on and like he's going through, I was like waiting for the scene where it's in slow motion and they're picking him up and he's coming out of the rain and they're like dragging him. I'm like, no, that's in Full Metal Jacket. That was Private Pile with Private Joker picking him up, and then that was.
Oh my God!
Those scenes are almost interchangeable. It's partially the same movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
When did that movie come out? Full Metal
87, I think.
All right. So Full Metal Jacket stole footage from. Just kidding. Just kidding.
That's unbelievable.
Wouldn't that be
Kubrick?
It would have been the other way. If it would have been the other way around, you would have been like, okay, Stripes is parroting Full Metal Jacket, but I like that it's the other way around.
Fucking Kubrick is biting off of Harold Ramis. Or Ivan Reitman. Hilarious.
Well, do you remember From Dusk Till Dawn at all?
Mm-hmm.
That was weirdly kind of two separate. They're on the road in Texas, then they go to Mexico.
Yeah.
And then they come across an all-night bar where vampires take over, and then he has to kill his own brother. I mean,
it's a strange little movie, but it was the 80s, and a lot of these movies are kind of half-assed. So Eric, as the only person on this podcast that was actually in the Army, what do you think of what you saw in this movie?
Oh my God. I don't even know why I watched the movie. It's like I lived it.
Tell us more. What do you mean?
Oh my God. Of course I'm being completely sarcastic. Nothing about that movie is remotely even close to anything resembling what it's like being in the military.
Yeah.
Other than there's one scene where when they're walking in a line picking up trash.
Yeah.
Or,
doing push-ups.
Throwaway stuff like that. Otherwise, none of it is even close.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's making wisecracks to the sergeant?
No. The company commander does not have a live grenade sitting at his desk. The pin on it.
When he orders the guys to fire the weapon, no coordinates, just fire away.
Yeah. Shoot this mortar, son. What? We don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
And I love that was Timothy Busfield, by the way.
Yeah. God almighty. So I had a question watching this. Again, I can't at least put too much stock in the reality of this, as we were talking about the script is whatever. But so when they go in the beginning, when John Winger goes to enlist in the Army and his buddy drives him, they're sitting in the car. He turns to Russell. He says, "You coming in?" And is that right then like Russell decides, oh, I'm joining the army too. Like, had he not said come in, he would have just sat in the car and then not joined. What happened?
I think that's the takeaway, which is mind-boggling.
So he has some sort of a life outside of that car. He has an apartment. He has whatever. And he's just like, okay, I'm going to go enlist today, and we're gone. I don't know. It was very
because he wasn't struggling like Winger was.
Right.
So why is he joining? He had a good career as an English teacher.
Yeah, right. He was on his way to becoming a professor, I'm sure. That was very confusing to me. And then one of maybe arguably the most memorable thing from this movie is the theme song, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Bump, like that whole thing. It's fantastic. Yes.
I whistle it with the with the movie for sure.
Yeah. It's in the back of my mind more often than it should be. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's good.
We used to sing
What?
When you're not watching the movie, it's in your mind?
I mean previous to today. Like,
wow.
Well beyond.
Wow.
Patrick, what?
We used to sing, coming home from football games on the bus, we would sing the Do-Wah-Diddy song. It was clearly from that. You know?
Yes,
oh my God.
Of course. It all comes back to football, really, for this movie.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And I wrote down one little note with no details, but simply saying that Sergeant Hulka, the actor Warren Oates, is great in this movie.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. Mm-hmm. I didn't go through his IMDb, but he is, he was a talented, well-known actor previously and did a lot of sort of, I think, like John Wayne type parts or gangster type parts, like tough guys. Mm. And he's got a little bit of that in this movie. You can feel he's got a little gravitas to him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I saw something that was sort of in trivia, but just kind of reacting to what you just said. So in the scene when they're all kind of sitting around, like the first night or two that they had enlisted and they're telling their stories, he is laughing and smiling during those conversations. And he's not supposed to be doing that, but because the actors were cracking him up, like he couldn't get his laughing under control at all. And so they tried to edit around it, but they couldn't quite do it. And they tried doing retakes and he couldn't keep a straight face. But it finally, like, he got it under control when it came to the Bill Murray scene. But I remember catching that kind of early on. I'm like, I thought he was supposed to be a badass. Like, why is he kind of laughing at these, like, smiling and laughing at these stories? And then
the actor,
turns out it was an error.
He and Bill Murray, like, got along well. I think he was just amused by him.
Right.
Okay. Box office for 1981. I don't think we've done this year before, so this is a good one. Get ready, because this is. Oh, we did. I can see the third movie. We definitely did this one before. Number one, Superman 2.
Ooh.
With 108 million. Number two, Stripes, 85 million.
Wow.
Had a budget of 10 million and made 85 domestic.
That's a winner.
It's a fucking blockbuster is what that is. Number three, Cannonball Run.
Oh my God.
I know, Patrick, you've listened to a number of these episodes. I don't know if you've heard the Cannonball episode. It is a shit show from start to finish.
I haven't heard that one. Damn it.
It's so hilarious.
It's kind of a problem. Like, it's really out of control. And it's not.
I've got to listen. Okay. Just because recasting or what?
Everything? We
took it on the road.
Yeah, we took it on the road. We did it in person, which is fine, with a couple of our friends. And then we had a few people in the audience who were they were going to be on the episode, but they didn't watch it. So they just were sitting around. And the peanut gallery was they wouldn't stop talking. And then another guy came in, and so that the audience was larger, and it just kind of spiraled out of control, and the drinks were flowing, and if you want to hear me get angry, like inside my head, that's a good one.
It was great. The recasting was very funny.
Yeah.
Was very funny.
Yeah.
There's one in particular, I'm not going to ruin it for you, that is spectacularly funny.
Yeah. There's one recasting suggestion that will knock you on your ass. It's so crazy.
I love it. I will definitely have a listen this week.
Okay. So Cannonball Run number 3.
All right.
Number 4, For Your Eyes Only.
By the way, I do like that Cannonball Run derails every conversation.
It does.
Just because that pod was so bad.
When you have something that traumatic in your life, it has to. Number 5. So number 4, For Your Eyes Only, 54 million. Number 5, The Four Seasons, 50 million. 6, Excalibur, 34. Number 7, History of the World Part 1, 31 million. Number 8, Bustin' Loose, number 31, or 31 million. I don't know what that is. The Great Muppet Caper comes in at number 9.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
31 million. And Endless Love, number 10, with 31 million as well. So, Stripes, number 2 for the year, and a massive, massive hit.
I remember he was on the cover of Time or Newsweek, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
I am surprised it did that well at the box office.
Yeah. And this is before Ghostbusters, but after Meatballs.
Right.
Yeah.
When did Caddyshack come out?
I believe Caddyshack. Yeah, it was the year before. Yeah. So Caddyshack sort of catapulted him in. But he's a super small role. He was coming off of SNL, though.
Yeah.
Bill Murray.
But Caddyshack was a pretty big movie, though, too.
Yeah.
It is interesting the Vietnam joke he makes when he's at the bus station. You're like, isn't it way too soon? Because at that time, Vietnam officially is over for 6 years, but really kind of 7 because the troops are back. But my God.
Yeah, he makes a Vietnam joke there, and he says, we've been kicking ass for 200 years.
We're 10-1.
We're 10-1. And you know what the 1 is. Great.
I prepared for this. I read something about how Harold Ramis deliberately puts that into a lot of his scripts, like some sort of commentary about Vietnam.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, Rotten Tomatoes. What do we think Stripes scored with the audience on Rotten Tomatoes, Allison?
This came in number 2.
This is the audience. Yep. So
I'm going to say 89.
89. Eric?
I'm not going to go that high. Critics?
No, this is audience.
Oh, this is audience. Okay.
Yeah.
Audience, I'll say 80.
80. Patrick?
Yeah, I mean, if it's at the time, I would say it's a lot higher. But Rotten Tomatoes is recent, so I gotta say, I'm gonna say as low as 75.
The audience score was 79%.
Wow.
So Eric was right up on it, and Patrick was right there too. Al, you're way off, man.
I get confused by the whole, where it ranks in the box office. It had to have gotten a lot of people to go.
Listen, the audience is always off, I think. The critics are a little more close. So for the critics then. The critics for Rotten Tomatoes.
Tomatoes?
Tomatoes.
I like tomatoes.
I had a bowl of them this morning.
Wow.
The critics score, Allison.
I'm going to say 68.
68. Eric.
60.
And Patrick.
Oh God, you guys wow. I'll go. Oh man, I'm right there with you. I'll say sorry, 65. Does that mean?
65.
All right.
He kind of prices righted both of you.
No.
Awesome. The critics gave Stripes an 88.
Shut up.
Wow.
Critics liked it 9% more than the audience.
That's unreal.
It's unreal. That's kind of
that is a different time.
So I did see something, and it was in IMDb, and it made my brain hurt. But it was something like it made the 2000 list of the top 500 of the 100 best comedy. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Like,
I saw that
it's
too.
like that's like saying 60%.
60% of the time
it works every time. Like, what does that mean?
I saw that too. I think what they were saying is it was nominated for the top 500 funniest list or whatever.
Yeah, but then there was a 100 list.
Yeah,
they picked 500 movies that they were going to submit to whittle down to the 100 funniest.
Oh my God. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It was a pseudo finalist, basically.
So it's like, I guess it's all the nominees of like Best Picture. But okay.
It's IMDb. I mean, who cares?
Whatevs.
Okay. Stripes. Oh, this is the trivia part. Right. Stripes was released 6 months after Ronald Reagan's inauguration. I don't know why that matters, but I saw that in multiple places as a big deal.
What?
The end. Good. Great. It was originally a vehicle for Cheech and Chong.
Oh.
It was written for Cheech and Chong. The reason this fell through is because their manager insisted, without their knowledge, but he insisted that they get a 25% share of Ivan Reitman's next 5 films as well. He's like, yeah.
What?
I bet they were smoking something.
Yeah. So the script was then rewritten for Bill Murray and Harold Ramis. And most of the stoner humor was shifted to the Elmo character, played by Judge Reinhold. And the new script was pitched as Animal House joins the army, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Okay.
But yeah, Cheech and Chong. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it would have, I don't know.
It makes sense when you think about it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Cheech and Chong joined the army.
Right.
Then you definitely have 2 characters whose lives are a mess, not just wingers.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. That's when they both, they ditch the car and they go enlist. Bill Murray and PJ Souls, the MP that he's with, were supposed to do 2 weeks of boot camp, and they lasted 3 days. To Eric's point.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane.
Were they, in the beginning, in Chicago or New York?
I think New York.
Okay.
Yeah, it was New York.
It's funny you bring that up because don't they make a joke about Chicago later on?
Yeah, when they meet at the Soviet at the gate at the border.
Yeah, Bill Murray pulls a gun on him. He's like, Chicago, like the mob.
Right.
Reference.
Yeah. PJ Souls, who plays the role of Stella, also played Private Wanda Winter the year before in Private Benjamin.
All right.
Oh.
And actually wore the same uniform in both films.
Oh.
Wow.
That's how they made that movie for $10 million.
And now we've had 2 PJ Souls pieces of trivia, and I bet you didn't expect that.
I did not.
Shocker of the day, Bill Murray and Sean Young did not get along. Young didn't like Murray's method of ad-libbing, and Murray vowed to never work with her again.
Nice.
And I think that he kept that up.
Yeah, he didn't have to. Probably didn't really have to try that hard for that either.
Unfortunately for her, that's probably just one more name on a very long list.
Yeah, I think Murray's a little demanding and he's a little tough to work with, I think. The EM50 urban assault vehicle was a 1976 GMC 26-foot long Palm Beach motorhome.
Wow.
Run out and get one. I'm sure they're reasonably priced. Yeah. Eric, you'll appreciate this. The Army recruitment went up 10% after this movie came out.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, the movie attracted the creme de la creme with that
Yeah.
Yeah. How about the haircuts too? I mean, like they conveniently leave some of the guys with the regular haircuts.
Right.
Yeah. John Candy's was kind of close to what it actually is.
Right.
Like everybody else was a joke, especially Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
Right.
So those guys got to keep their haircuts because they were the bigger stars.
Right.
Everybody else, Ivan Reitman did not tell the actors that real army barbers were going to give them real haircuts. I think specifically talking about John Candy and a couple of the guys with the crew cuts.
Oh my God.
So when
they
you
said
see
that
the
John
reactions,
Candy was like genuinely depressed.
Yeah.
When they did that to him.
Yeah. Crew cut doesn't work on Candy. No. It's not,
no. That hairline is ridiculously funny, though.
That widow peak is insane.
Yeah. It's good.
Anytime you can expose a widow's peak, I'm all for it. Come on, that's great. Let's see. This doesn't. Who cares about that? The Czechoslovakia scenes were filmed at the Jim Beam-owned Chappies Distillery in Claremont, Kentucky.
Oh, that's convenient.
Harold Ramis said that the third act was set in that country, Czechoslovakia, now the Czech Republic, because Reitman's family were Czech refugees.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
I know.
I just say, just in general, I was a little surprised that they're the bad guys in this, the quote unquote bad guys in this movie. I mean,
they are part of the CCCP, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but still, I mean, I guess it's sort of like they're the dopey outliers of that regime or whatever, but
I mean, they're trying to drive from Italy to Germany, and they make a wrong turn. So
I know, but it was just I kind of forgot that part. I'm like, that's weird.
I always, going into the movie, I thought it was the Russians. I mean, it technically kind of is, but
right? Agreed.
Yeah. Please mute your phone. How dare you?
It is mute. I don't know why I did that.
I love that those two guys at the blockade still have their jobs after they've let those other guys in. They're not like stationed somewhere else. They just have coffee now.
Nope. Okay. No, we'll get there in a minute. Only John Candy and the guy who played Psycho knew the lyrics to Do Wah Diddy.
Huh.
They had to teach everybody else
before
the movie or during the movie.
I mean, it definitely goes deeper into the song than the average person probably knows. So, I mean, fair enough. But
if it goes one word beyond Do Wah Diddy, then yeah.
After the first line or two, I'm out.
Yeah. The character nicknamed Psycho is actually named Francis. We all know that.
Right.
Francis is Norman Bates' middle name in Psycho.
Oh.
That I like that.
I know.
I like that a lot.
How did we not see that guy in more movies?
I know. He's a perfect character actor guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to him. Sergeant Hulka Warren Oates died a year after this movie came out.
I saw that, yeah.
I didn't see what it was from.
That's young too, because when you were sent the list for the recaster bait and you gave his ages, he was early 50s.
Right, 51 or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
The last sentence the platoon shouts during their performance at graduation, "The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog," is a sentence that was popularly used to test typewriters and telegraph machines because it contains every letter of the alphabet at least once.
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
I don't know why I found that so fascinating, but I did, and so I put it in.
You've never heard of that?
No.
Oh my God.
How would I hear of that?
In like if you took a keyboarding class or anything like that, that would be a sentence that you would be asked to type. Yeah.
So you type it because
it tests
every
hit all the
letters.
every number, every letter.
Okay, finally, near the end of the film, an image of an Army newspaper indicates that Captain Stillman was transferred to the Arctic Command. And it's mentioned earlier in the film, too. You know, if you don't accomplish this, we're going to send you to the Arctic. This is later referenced in an episode of Night Court in which Dan Fielding, played by John Larroquette, reveals he is a captain in the U.S. Army Reserve, and by the end of the episode, his commanding officer orders him to be transferred for duty in the Arctic Circle.
Oh.
So his role in Night Court,
yeah.
they did a little Easter egg for his role in Stripes.
Larroquette twice. Nice.
And that is more trivia about Larroquette than you expected. Anybody else have any tidbits they want to throw in? I've got a couple casting things, but other than that.
I know this is a casting thing, but I think Frank Oz would have been great for the screening Marine when he's asking those questions.
Oh.
Of course.
That would have been hilarious, yeah.
We can all go for more Frank Oz in funny movies. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay, couple quick casting issues. Kim Basinger was offered the part of one of the MP women, but was turned down because her agent asked for too much money. Great. Dennis Quaid read for the role of Russell.
Oh.
He was actually PJ Soul's husband at the time.
Oh.
Yeah. And you can see him in the background of one of the scenes as like just a random recruit or something.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
John Winger, people who were considered for this role.
Okay.
It's kind of the obvious bunch given this crew. Chevy Chase and John Belushi. Right?
Okay.
Russell Ziske, Dan Aykroyd was considered. So they almost did the whole Ghostbusters cast.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah. All right.
They've got like a little crew of kind of their regular.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with Ivan Reitman and Harold Ramis and Bill Murray, and there you go. It's time for a recasting debate. It is recast debate.
Woo!
Better close the door. It's time to recast debate.
All right, boys and girls. This is very difficult. I'm saying we have four main people to talk about. And that is John Winger, Russell Ziske, Dewey Oxberger, and Sergeant Hulka. Anything beyond that, to me, is a bonus. You can do Captain Stillman. You can do Louise and Stella, the two MPs. I always struggle with that, MPs. But otherwise, we could just do the top four, then move on.
All right.
We'll see. Oh, I did also. Well, I have an extra little bonus.
Wow.
Let's start with John Winger, played by Bill Murray.
Okay.
I had difficulty with all of these, and I'm breaking, I think, all of my age issues with everything. So
yeah,
we have to de-age some
this
people.
was hard.
Yeah. So I have three. I don't like two of them. One of them's okay. I go with my third choice, Michael Pena. I don't know.
I looked him up. He's 45 years old.
Everyone is old, is what I'm getting at.
As a new recruit.
Right. So, all right.
So funny.
In this movie, Bill Murray is 31. Harold Ramis is 37.
And they do address it a little bit in the movie, saying like guys our age.
Totally.
Right. What is the oldest you can enlist?
Oh. Is there an age?
Yeah. I know it's somewhere between 30 and 35. I can't remember exactly where it is.
Yeah.
All right. I have a problem with
Bill Murray for sure. They would have let in Harold Ramis. I think you said was 37.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have let him enlist. I knew people that enlisted when they were in their 30s.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah.
So I said, everybody I looked up is older than I thought they were, and it's because I am older, and I believe we are still living in 2005, apparently, where everybody's in their 30s, and they're not. So I said Michael Pena. I didn't like it. I said Max Greenfield from The New Girl.
Yes.
Maybe doing a John Winger. The one I like the most, he's way too old, but I'm sticking with it, and it's Bill Hader.
Oh, I thought of him, but he is definitely in his 40s.
Oh, definitely in his 40s. well, I won't say who I turned down, but he's also old.
Yeah.
Allison. John Winger.
I don't like any of mine.
That's the theme of our show today. I don't like what I did.
So okay. Tony Revolori, who plays Zero in in Grand Budapest.
Okay.
I've got Ben Platt, who is the main guy in The Politician. And he's also in like Pitch Perfect and stuff like that. But I guess my least hated on the list is too old, but it's Jack Johnson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, from New Girl as well.
From New Girl, yeah.
Very often, we're just recasting the New Girl cast.
Yes.
Let's go.
If I could Superman the world backwards, I would be casting Ryan Reynolds in this.
Right.
But I can't do that.
Right. That's what I did with Ghostbusters, didn't I? I said I wanted Time Machine Ryan Reynolds. Let's go to Patrick. Give us your John Winger.
John Winger. I was thinking either like, and you want old? I'm going to go old. I was thinking either like Jack Black or Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Well, he's eternally young. Yeah. He can still pull it off.
Good point. Or I was going to go. Do you know Michael Costa from The Daily Show?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of a smart ass. He's hilarious.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I do like that one. I considered Jack Black for Ox, but I'm like, Jack Black is 100 years old.
Yeah.
I can't put him in the Ox. Yeah. All right. I like that. I like the Michael Costa.
Yeah, that's a good
one. Eric, give us a winger.
I absolutely struggled on this. I came up with one name. He's too old, but he can still, I think it still kind of works. Andy Sandberg.
Yes. One person I didn't put down, I'm going to say it because I don't think he'll come up again, hopefully. Jason Sedakis, but way too old.
Oh,
yeah, I thought about him too, but he's too old.
He's 50-something, right? 51, 2.
I mean, honestly, if we were casting this movie 15 years ago, I would have been set.
We all would have, because we don't know any actors under the age of 37.
Chris Pratt from like Parks and Rec doing it would have been perfect.
The other guy from Parks and Rec too. He was in. I forget it. Let's move on. Russell Ziski. We've got a little more age options here because he's older. All right, Al. Since you're laughing, let's go with Allison first.
Oh my God. I've got 3 names written down,
and they're all awesome.
They are terrible. So I've got Nolan Gould, who plays the son in Modern Family.
Okay. Yeah. Great. Wow.
And then the only other one I feel worthy of voicing, and it's absolutely ridiculous, is Timothy Chalamet.
All right, I didn't see that one.
But I didn't either. It's not good. But I kind of liked a more serious but kind of undercurrent funny person.
For the sake of comedy, who was the number 3 that you can't even say?
No, I don't want to say it. It's so bad. It's so bad. His name is Noah Galvin. Oh. He's from Booksmart. He plays Eric. He plays the actor who is hosting the Mystery Theater party.
Okay.
All right. Good luck with that.
That's why I didn't even want to say it.
I don't know who that is, so
it's not worth it. That's
I'll do mine. I've got 3. I don't particularly like them, but let's do it. Jesse Eisenberg is a Russell Ziski.
Yeah.
Might work. There's a nerdy factor there.
Yes.
Maybe I'm thinking of The Social Network too much, but
yes.
Okay. Mikey Day from SNL.
I thought about him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And his name was already mentioned, Andy Sandberg. He is my Ziski, my Russell Ziski.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't love all of them. Eric, let's go with yours.
I had just as much struggle with this as I did with Winger. I only have one name. And yes, thankfully, because it's the age thing helps a little bit on this one. The only person I came up with was John Mullaney.
Oh.
It's so hard to cast for Bill Murray and Harold Ramis. We had the same problem on the Ghostbusters episode. We didn't really nail that one either. It's tough.
I felt Ghostbusters was a little bit easier given the storyline, but yeah.
Okay, Patrick, who's your Russell?
It's funny. I'm looking at these just going, what was I thinking?
Join the club.
And unfortunately, I'm going to say these names and I think they all wear glasses. And I'm like, this is pathetic.
Yes.
So I have Rainn Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
I like
obviously. And then I have Stephen Merchant.
Oh. He should be in this movie somewhere. Why not?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Sure.
That's pretty funny.
Sure.
Yeah. And I have Jason Schwartzman, but now I'm thinking he'd be a better winger.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are correct.
You need Jason Schwartzman, but on a box. You need a bigger dude, I think, for winger, right?
Yeah.
How tall is he?
Small, 5'7",
All right.
5'8", or less.
Pick one so that somebody could look it up.
5'7".
5'7". Eric, look it up.
That's what I'm going for. All right.
He claims to be always within an inch. Guessing people's
checking.
That's my claim to fame. Okay. Dewey Oxenberg. If your last name is Oxenberg and your nickname is Ox,
yeah.
What was your guess? 5'7"?
Yes.
According to IMDb, he is 5'6".
See? Every time. So, Patrick, I have this running claim or pointless boast that I have.
It's a party trick.
That I believe I can I can guess every actor's height within 1 inch. And I don't know this is true, but I'm going to just pretend that I've never been wrong in 27 years, but maybe I have. I'm pretty goddamn close.
You are probably within 10%. You are 90% accurate.
Right. We'll come back to that at some point. Okay, Eric, give us a Dewey Ox.
Ugh.
I had a lot of problem with this.
Yeah, I struggled. Yeah.
It's got to be a big dude. I think it kind of has to be, right?
Yeah, it has to be. And that's where I really struggled. It was trying to find any young, big young actor, and I couldn't find any.
Right, so they're all under 40.
I have 3 names that are all way too old.
Mm-hmm. I know
Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Jonah Hill.
Yep.
And Anthony Anderson.
Whoa. I kind of like that one too. I'll do mine. I had one that I got rid of because he's just too old. I can't even get close. But for the comedy aspect of it, I'll throw it in. Terry Crews. Oh. I'm not going to go with him, but I want to go with him. And the one
that's a different play on a bigger dude.
Yeah, because you can't find these guys around.
Yeah.
The only guy I have down is, and you said it, Eric, Jonah Hill.
Oh.
He's 43, so at least you're within the striking distance, but he's still too old.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he's that heavy anymore.
Yeah.
He kind of fluctuates.
Yeah.
I think.
I figure for this role, he's going to eat and we'll give him some incentive. Patrick, give me your ox.
I have two. I have Craig Robinson from The Office.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know. I'm like, yeah, but does he have the physical comedy chop?
Right.
And then, as a complete FU to Full Metal Jacket, we can cast Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh my God. The crossover is complete.
Oh my God.
I like that. That's good. Al?
So I've got 3 names, 2 of which are number 1. I love it.
Whoa.
So number 3, he's probably a little bit too old, is Kenan Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've got Hannibal Buress. I think he's too old.
I think he's too old and he's too little.
But the one I really like is Sam Richardson.
Oh, from Veep.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah.
Split.
That dude needs to be in more things.
I know.
I like that guy.
So that would be my number 1.
Split.
What is it? Richard Split?
Yeah. And his mother's side is spelt. Okay. Let's start with Patrick for Sergeant Hulka.
I'm actually happy with this one.
Oh.
And I only had one guy, and it was the first one of all the characters that came to me. Someone with good drama and tough guy and comedy chops, Bruce Willis.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Damn it. I don't like any of mine now. I went in a different direction.
Yeah. I've got a couple good ones.
Okay, I'll do mine then. And then we'll do you and then do Eric.
Okay,
I have 3. I don't know which one I like the most, though. So I'll just do them in random order. First one, John C. Reilly.
Oh.
That's my Sergeant Hulka.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
He's a little more funny than anything else, but okay. My number 2 goes the opposite direction, kind of. Michael Shannon.
Yeah, he was on my list.
Oh, that's good.
And the one I like, I don't think he fits though, the more I think about it, is Nick Offerman.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know if there's something there, but
yeah,
I don't know.
It's close, but I think it's a
well.
Yes.
If it's Nick Offerman or Bruce Willis,
you're
going
tipping
Bruce
that
Willis.
one.
Yeah, I think Patrick got me on that one. Eric, give us your Hulka.
I had a couple. One I do really like. This is one of the few that I actually do like. One of my runner-ups, though, little bit of stunt casting. He's probably too young, but even I guess even considering where he's the older character, but former or actually I can't say former because you always are United States Marine Adam Driver.
Oh.
I was not expecting that.
But my favorite that I like, Josh Brolin.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
We might have a winner in the clubhouse.
That's pretty good.
Okay. All right, Al, beat Josh Brolin.
All right, so I had Michael Shannon on my list. He was my number 2, but since it was picked, my new number 2 is Sam Rockwell. But my number 1, and I thought of it while I was watching the movie, is Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. We may have to time machine him a little bit. We'll have to de-age him, but that's good.
I think it still works.
Yeah. Billy Bob. All right. Now we go to the wild cards. Let's pick our best one for each one, unless you have a really strong number 2. Right, Al? Okay. We got Captain Stillman, we got Louise and Stella, if you want to cast any of these. I'll throw mine out first. Captain Stillman, played by John Larroquette. I'm going Joel McHale. I think that's perfect.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yep.
In my opinion, there is no number 2 after that. And my Louise and Stella, honestly, could be anyone, as we've said.
Yes.
I'm going Margaret Qualley. She was in Once Upon a Time in Mexico, or in Hollywood.
Okay.
The dark-haired girl with Brad Pitt.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then for Stella, the PJ Souls one, I just threw out a name. Brie Larson.
Whoa.
I overpowered that role.
Unlimited budgets.
Brie, we need you just for one day. We're going to pay you $500,000. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
All right. Anybody have any of those? Stillman, Louise, or Stella?
I had a Stillman.
Well,
I have a Stillman.
All right. You said I get only one, but I'm not going to do the 2 women because they are unfortunately underwritten for the movie.
Yeah.
I've got Edward Norton.
For Stillman? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Jeremy Renner, I think, could kind of play kind of the slightly dopey.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is a pod favorite, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I considered him too.
I have him on my list as well.
Yeah. I was amazed at how young looking John LaRoquette was too in this movie. He's like
he's very
baby.
Yeah. And his little camouflage ascot is hilarious.
Oh, it's great. Just so good.
That's his character right there. That's the whole character.
Yeah.
Patrick, what do you got?
For LaRoquette, I have Joan Cusack.
Oh.
Who
I like it.
Hits on the younger male soldiers and just is totally over the top.
That's
great.
I like that.
That would have been a good place for Tilda Swinton.
Oh my God.
Damn it.
Oh, that's good.
Eric, do you have any bonus people?
Not really. Yeah, for Stillman, I also had Joseph Gordon-Levitt and also Beck Bennett.
Oh, Beck Bennett.
Beck Bennett is good. That's really good.
Yeah.
I had also a Psycho and an Elmo.
I considered doing a Psycho, but yeah. What do you got?
For Elmo, the Judge Reinhold character, I've got Pete Davidson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Perfect.
And then Psycho, I've got Ezra Miller, Mikey Day, and the one who I really like because I'm just imagining the wild-eyed is Chris Redd from SNL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right.
So that's what I got.
I recast Czechoslovakia. And I think my number one is China because of the communist connection. But my number 2 is
North Korea?
North Korea. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It can't be China. That's too big for the purposes of this movie.
Russia, China, communist.
It's called Czechoslovakia and
all right.
North Korea, dude.
Okay. Memorable scenes and quotable lines.
That's a fact, Jack.
That's the fact, Jack. That's a fact, Jack.
Just jump in with whatever quotes you like. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing right here.
One of the greatest things from childhood that I remember, and I'm so glad that we're doing this movie, was when Dave Thomas, when they're in the mud wrestling.
Yeah.
And Dave Thomas and Bill Murray's offering him that money with Ox, and they come up with $413.58.
Yeah.
And if you keep your eye on Dave Thomas, he stays with that amount. He's like, $413.58. And the camera has pulled away from him, or the action of the scene has, but he's still saying the exact amount of money. And as a kid, I always loved that. Like, I was like, look at how focused. He's still delivering the line. Oh.
That's a young Dave Thomas for you. Yeah, you said that's a fact, Jack.
Lighten up, Francis.
Right. If I catch any of you guys in my stuff, I'll kill you. And then lighten up, Francis, that's the line to me.
Oh, yeah.
If I catch any of you guys in my stuff, I'll kill you. Also, I don't like nobody touching me. Now, any of you homos touch me, and I'll kill you.
Lighten up, Francis.
No, we're not homosexuals, but willing to learn. We talked about, in the preamble, we talked about Razzle Dazzle. Oh. That's a good one.
Oh, I do love Razzle Dazzle.
Razzle Dazzle!
Army training, sir.
Yeah.
Army training, sir.
What kind of training, son?
Army training, sir! Army training, sir!
You're a lean, mean, fighting machine in the strip club or the wrestling club.
And he says, is there a flight on this or a movie on this flight?
That's so great.
And he laughs at himself.
Candy's awesome in this movie.
So I will giggle every time when Sergeant Hulka gets blown out of the tower and he's laying on the ground hurt and he just keeps going.
Sergeant, does this mean we're through for the day?
Save your strength, Sergeant.
Yeah.
Get him off, Sergeant. Get him off.
Such a weird sound to come out of that guy.
It's so ridiculous.
We talked about this, but the doo-wop song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there she was, just walking down the street. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, how about when they get out, when they escape, and then he's got the utility vehicle somewhere else, and Bill Murray's like, well, we had a car waiting.
Yeah. That's a good little subtle sneaky one he puts on there. Yeah.
I also kind of forgot about Captain Stillman playing with the army guys in the tank, which it reminded me of the Spaceballs with Dark Helmet.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
totally.
No, sir, we didn't see you playing with your dolls again.
That's right.
Oh my God. Well, we talked about the loofah line.
Oh yeah, the loofah.
Yeah. I kind of liked. I chuckled at it a little bit, especially because Bill Murray being from Chicago. I don't know if it was an intentional joke from him being from Illinois, but he's like, invading Czechoslovakia, it's like invading Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes like, I got beat up in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
There's so many that whole it's not a locker room, I guess, but that first night, like Allison was talking about, that whole thing is perfect. One of these men may save your life one of these days.
Well, maybe they won't.
Maybe not.
Lighten up, Francis. Patrick, have you ever met anyone named Francis?
There's one female comedian. That was it.
So you must have said "lighten up, Francis," right?
I don't know if that registers because she's a lady, and it's spelled differently and all that.
And you might not want to say that to her either.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that.
Like telling your girlfriend or wife, like, "Oh, calm down." Yeah, that'll work.
You're overreacting.
Overreacting.
Well, all right.
But when Cruiser's like, I like fast cars, I like fast girls. They call me Cruiser, and I think Candy's like, they should call him Dork.
Yeah.
So simple.
It's so good.
Oh my God.
That whole scene is pretty good.
It's got the movie.
I like that. Of course, just in terms of a memorable scene, just the whole graduation, them marching in and doing the whole routine and all of that.
It's great.
It's the standout scene, probably, of the movie.
Yeah.
And how about the dollar bills around his neck? It's like all of a sudden there's like $10 bills.
Oh
yeah. When he does the
there's
push-ups.
a continuity issue. Yeah.
There's definitely continuity issues. And watching it in HD, I noticed a number of times, this is just, because this was an 81 movie.
Right.
Any number of shots are like slightly out of focus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, it's distracting.
So I want to make sure that I have caught the plot correctly.
Whoa.
So John Winger and crew decide to, or John Winger and Russell decide to drive to Germany to pick up those two MPs in Germany, taking a top secret vehicle without telling anybody, leave incommunicado for however long. The company that they are with goes out to search for them. They get caught.
Yep.
The AWOL people in the vehicle save them, and they get the second highest military award for saving them.
As you do.
Yeah.
And they get to ride in on a private jet.
Yeah.
Well, everybody else clearly went in on like a cargo plane ahead.
This is how the U.S. military works. We all know that.
Eric, can you tell me if this is plausible?
Oh my God, where to begin?
The fuck ups get the medals and the 5-star treatment. No.
I did like the fact that it was a super vehicle that still had rubber tires. It just had little casings that came down around it.
The whole vehicle is ludicrous. Let's be honest.
It looked like the Mystery Machine.
So Harold Ramis is behind 3 of the most famous vehicles from the 80s. The Family Truckster.
No.
I think he was involved in writing that movie.
Really?
National Lampoon Vacation.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
We directed it.
Directed it. There you go.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
The Ecto-1 in Ghostbusters.
Right.
And then this urban assault vehicle, the EM50. Come on.
An assault vehicle. We're missing that up on our wall here.
I know. I kept looking for what does EM stand for, and why isn't this called the UAV, the urban assault vehicle, UAV instead of the EM? What is EM?
Extra military.
It's as good as anything. Might as well be. All right. What would you want to see in a sequel if there isn't one? Well, there isn't one that I know of, and I don't need to see a sequel.
I think it is, considering it's 2 movies in one, good.
Right. It is its own sequel.
Right.
It's a freaking Russian nesting doll of a movie.
They went first movie, go through basic training. Right. Second movie, they go on their first mission. Done.
The end.
You could do Stripes, the prequel.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I mean,
Sergeant Hulka going through basic training.
That's right. It's a Sergeant Hulka movie, perhaps. Or I want to follow Francis.
Francis would be something.
Oh, that'd be great.
I want to follow Ox. Like, how did that knucklehead get into the military? All right. Time for the How Much Are They Worth game.
And now, let's play the How Much Are They Worth game.
So,
this is always stressful for me.
I'm going to make it even more stressful.
Oh, good.
Because we just did Ghostbusters.
Yes.
And there are 3 people we would normally do that we also did in Ghostbusters just recently. And I know we never remember any of these things, but just...
I haven't a clue.
To change it up just for fun.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you guys what you want to do.
Okay.
Do we want to include Harold Ramis, Bill Murray, and Ivan Reitman? Or I have 3 potential replacements.
Okay.
They are John Larroquette, Judge Reinhold, and Joe Flaherty.
Who's Joe Flaherty?
Oh, the border guard. He's an SCTV guy, and he's a well-known character actor.
Who are the other 2?
John Larroquette, Captain Stillman.
Yeah.
And Judge Reinhold was Elmo.
I know. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were implying that
Sean Young and John Candy.
Okay, John Candy, although it would be an estate, right?
They're in, yeah.
We did Sean Young once too for Ace Ventura, right?
I know. That was long enough ago that I'm willing to.
Yeah, every one of these is in a vacuum, and we never have any clue what the other one.
We have no
did in the
long-term
past.
memory anyway.
Like a
So
goldfish.
what do you guys want to do? Do you want to keep Ramis, Murray, and Reitman, or do you want to replace them with those three, or a combination? Or
I
what?
say John Larroquette, Judge Reinhold, and then you pick one of the three that we've done before.
Okay. I will. We'll keep in Bill Murray because he's Bill Murray, and our lineup is going to be Sean Young, John Candy, John Larroquette, and Judge Reinhold, and Bill Murray. Right?
I feel like you've said like 7 names.
I said, yeah, that was
I
a lot of
know.
names.
Let me try that again.
That was a long list.
Good God,
Talk about no memory.
I had an aneurysm in the middle of that. Okay. Sean Young, John Candy, John Larroquette, Bill Murray, and Judge Reinhold.
Okay.
That's our 5.
Great.
Okay.
In no particular order. All right. So let's start with Sean Young,
Okay.
who we know is crazy. But whatever. She
Has she done anything recently?
That I don't know. I mean, they recreated her digitally in Blade Runner 2049.
Oh.
But I don't know if that counts. It's like a cartoon of her. Sean Young.
126 acting credits.
All right. We're at 59. Wow. Okay.
Think it out while I get a beverage.
All right. So.
All right.
She has. Well, 2020, she was in something called Who Wants Dessert. Okay.
All right.
And that kind of gives me an answer.
I've got a number.
I've got a number.
Eric, do you have a number?
I have a number.
Patrick, do you have a number?
I do. I have a number.
All right. I've got her with 3 million.
Oh, that's exactly what I had.
No. We have Patrick with 3.
I've got 7.
Al has 7. Eric?
8.
8. Oof. Price is righted you.
I think I'm over, though.
Ooh. This is interesting. Sean Young has a net worth of 3.5 million.
I was going to say, if you said 250,000, I would like.
me and Patrick tie.
Dang. All right.
Wow. Okay. Let's do Judge Reinhold.
Okay. My name is Judge.
Oh my God. Well, he's got that high school movie.
He's got Beverly Hills Cop money.
Oh, he's got Beverly Hills
and
Cop.
Ruthless People money.
Yeah. Fast Times.
Fast Times.
Santa Claus.
Oh. My name
One
is
Seinfeld episode.
Well, yeah.
Arrested Development, right?
Judge Reinhold.
113 actor credits.
Beverly Hills Cop. 1 and 2. All right. Judge, what do you think here, dude? We're going to go with...
I think I'm wrong.
I think I'm wrong, too. I don't like my number whatsoever. All right. Do you guys have a number?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Eric, give us your number.
I'll say 15.
Whoa.
Patrick.
I have for Judge 5 million.
Oh God. I have 11.
I had 8.
8. Well, we're all in the ballpark, though. That's usually a good sign that we're not completely off our rockers. Okay. Someone hit it on the nose. Judge Reinhold has a net worth of $5 million.
Dang.
The newbie
Wow.
is on the board twice already.
Beginners.
Wow.
2 for 2. God. So he gets a double there. He's at 3-1. Good Lord. That's a problem. Okay. Let's do John Larroquette. That's a good one.
Night Court Money.
Yeah. I've been on and off watching some Night Court on, I don't know, Prime or something. That show is pretty funny. John Larroquette is really good.
It's been a long time since I've watched.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I even came across Night Court anywhere.
Great cast.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did you see that Marky Post just died?
I was just going to say.
Oh, she did?
She died today.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Cancer. She was 70.
Wow.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Yep. Okay. John Larroquette.
So John Larroquette's got 108 acting credits.
He had a significant sitcom not that long ago. 2 years ago. I believe.
He was in The Librarians. Was that it?
That might have been
41 episodes.
Yeah.
He was in the Macaulay Culkin version of Richie Rich.
Well, I mean, the Richie Rich money. Come on. John Larroquette. I've got him. This is difficult for me.
All right, I've written down a number.
I've got a number. Al, why don't you go first? What's your number?
8
million. 8 million. I've got him at 15 somehow. Eric, what do you got?
10.
10. And Patrick?
I'm at 10 as well.
Son of a...
But I can go under if we need to Price is Right it.
No.
If you guys tie, we'll deal with that later. But, okay. John Larroquette. Ooh, this is a good one. John Larroquette has a net worth of $28 million.
Shut up! Oh my God! Good for him.
Wow.
I was gonna say, whatever it is, it's not enough because he's fantastic.
He's really good.
That he should have been making more.
Yeah.
Who got that?
I got that.
Damn
I said 15.
Wow. You've got 2 points.
I have 2
in this game.
And Patrick has 3.
I've got 0.
Yeah,
This is the worst.
3-2 to 0-0. All right, 2 left. John Candy.
R.I.P.
And we always have trouble with the estate of.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I don't know how things changed since he died, or I don't know what that means. So we'll see. We're all in the dark on that. Ooh, I spelled it John Canday. Canday. Okay.
Because that's
what year did he die? 92, 90.
Well, he's got credits in 95, Canadian Bacon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was his last movie.
Yeah.
I remember that being his last movie. So 95. Okay. So,
He was in JFK.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Oh, yeah. He was the Dean something.
Andrews.
Yeah.
He was like a slick guy with sunglasses.
Yep. Fucking JFK. We should do that movie sometime.
Back and to the left. Back and to
Just
the
an
left.
hour of us saying back and to the left.
Oh, sorry. Did you say sorry?
No.
Yeah. And the longest monologue ever by Kevin Costner.
Yeah, great.
Which is saying something because he's usually got one in every movie.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I have. I don't like what I'm putting down.
I'm struggling with this one. All right, I've written something down.
There's a lot of variables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he's so lovable. You want him to be worth so much more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the number
which is why I have $1 billion.
Wow. That might set the record for the biggest miss.
Yeah.
We'll see. Allison, what's your number?
I wrote down 20 million.
Really?
Yep.
I wrote down 22.
Damn it.
Patrick.
I'm just going to go 50 because I like them so much. And if I'm off, I want to be off.
I think that's not crazy.
It's possible.
Eric, what's your number?
Correct.
20 million was my number as well.
Oh my God. We are all sort of clustered except for Patrick here. Ooh. Oh, God, Lord. All right. John Candy was a Canadian actor and comedian who has a net worth of $15 million at the time of his death.
Wow.
It says. So Allison and Eric tie.
All right.
Good. We have ties all over the place. All right. So I have 2. You guys have 1. Patrick has 3. Someone besides Patrick has to win this.
Why?
Well, if I win it, if I nail it, I win. If I bullseye it, if I get just 1, I tie Patrick, and then we do a guess off.
A guess off.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
How much are you worth off? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's Bill Murray.
All right.
We knew it was coming. We did this recently. I have no idea what the numbers were before, so who cares really? It's going to be a big number.
And he's got like no team. Am I remembering that the part correctly? Yeah. Like he's just a weirdo about that.
No, like agent or management necessarily.
Yeah, he's got an 800 number with an answering machine. You leave your pitch on the machine, and if he likes it, he'll call you back.
Right.
So he's got
That's how it
90
works.
acting credits.
That's exactly how Patrick works as well.
Yes, totally. Except I get back to you on every call. I respond.
Do you have a beeper or a pager?
Yeah, got it all. Yeah, anything. And it never goes to voicemail because I'm picking up. So.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't remember. We just did this. I have no.
Yeah.
If you told me the number, I wouldn't know what it is. I wouldn't believe you.
Was Ghostbusters 2 episodes ago?
Yeah. Fucking hell.
I don't know. Does he have any other like side hustles or extracurricular
He doesn't
activities?
do a lot of that stuff. I mean, he has like a clothing line for golf.
He does?
Yeah. Or the Murray brothers do something to that effect.
Does he? Oh yeah, the brother.
Brothers, a bunch of them. He's one of 9 kids, I believe.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this number, I don't know. It's big, but how big? Fuck. Okay, I have a number with 0 confidence behind it.
All right, I'm including French dispatch money.
Oh.
I don't
know
what that means.
All right.
I have no idea if Wes Anderson pays people like market rate or if he's like, all right, we're making a little film and I'll give you $1,000.
You think his quote from Wes Anderson is just like a standard flat fee of like scale?
Well, it's probably like somehow printed in some weird ornate frame and like
in calligraphy.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he unveils it behind a red curtain. Yeah. All right.
Narrated by Alec Baldwin.
Fucking hell. This could go on for 45 minutes, by the way. Patrick, give us a number for William H. Murray.
I mean, the legend of, I'm going to be very lazy and just say, because it could go either way. I'm just going to say 500 million.
Oh,
shit.
That's not what I have.
No,
I'm not even close to that.
No.
Eric, give me your number. Give me your number.
My number, 125.
My number's 155.
I wrote 200.
I think last time I said a number that was insane. Like I said, like 900 million or something.
You did?
I'm just guessing at this point. I don't remember yesterday. Okay. Ooh. Bill Murray is an American comedian, actor, writer, and producer, quote unquote, who has a net worth of 180 million.
Ooh. Nice.
Allison, you're 20 away, and I am too far away.
You.
So I get 2, Al gets 2, Eric gets 1, and Patrick gets 3.
Whoa.
For the winner and undisputed champion of the How Much Are They Worth game, Patrick Keane.
Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
This might be my poorest showing ever.
Just getting 1.
Yeah.
I know. Everyone's got to miss a shot once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, you just try to, what do these actors make per movie?
Right.
What's the number right now? 20 million for like a huge star? I don't know.
Well, and also we're just trying to guess what the website says. Because I don't know, who knows how accurate any of this stuff is,
Right. Well, and the type of movies, so is it like Avengers money,
right,
or is it written in calligraphy in an ornate frame behind a red curtain presented by...
Since I've done all of these that have ever been done, and I'm the worst possible player at this game,
yeah,
somehow I would absorb some of this information, and no, 0. I'm the worst. All right, well, let's wrap this up. Any closing thoughts on Stripes? Anyone?
You mentioned the music, which it's so, now it's in my head and it's going to be all night.
Right.
And it's some of that music's by Elmer Bernstein, I saw.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Which, it's such a classic, great move to put classical music to comedy. Like Animal House did it, Swingers did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it does. It softens everything. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's like the opposites. You can't put the funny stuff underneath the funny stuff. You got
right. You wouldn't have a Weird Al song with Ghostbusters.
Although,
or who knows? Maybe you would.
I wouldn't mind seeing that cut of the movie with just
My Bologna. That's what they're singing while they're doing the marching.
Yeah.
I love Rocky Road.
Rocky Road. God almighty. Well,
oh my God.
This movie's great, and it holds up as usual. All these sort of 80s movies that we've done have held up really well, especially the Bill Murray ones.
It would be rewritten with a bit.
Of course.
It would be modernized a bit.
Yeah, of course. But the concept is solid. The plot's ridiculous. Who cares? It's just, it's a structure for jokes. Great.
Right.
We love it. Nothing wrong with it. So Patrick, what do you think of your first time on the Pubcast?
I'll tell you, I loved it. I was nervous. I was like, am I prepared enough? The casting was tricky. So I'm glad you said that right off the top.
The last 3 movies, this one included, 3 or 4, have gotten progressively harder to recast for me, at least. These comedies are tough because the people like Bill Murray or whoever, they're so specific and have such a certain skill set that doesn't really translate to today. It's tricky.
Well, because the movie, usually the roles are so tight to the dialogue, and the dialogue for his movies is so tight to him because it's all ad-libbed. It's his, sense of humor and cadence and all of those things that it's hard to imagine somebody else.
But then, like we say, had we recast this in 2007 or 2 or something, we could have done it a lot better.
But I think that's because we're old.
We are old. I know.
I think it's because we're old.
I don't know any actors that are young enough to play most of these roles. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was glad when you said at the top that we weren't gonna recast KJ or Sean Young.
Yeah.
Well, I started doing it. I'm like, what am I doing? This is the way it's been. It's just any character, unfortunately. There's no character development in the movie.
Once we were talking about that, I did see somewhere mentioned that the reason Seong Young was cast, and at the time of the movie, she was 20 or 21.
Jesus.
So they cast her strictly because she was attractive. I mean, obviously, but that's what both those characters are. There's no further.
We've kind of skirted around it without actually saying it. There's the two women are in the movie specifically so that Bill Murray and Harold Ramis have women to sleep with at some point during the story.
Yeah,
100%.
That's the only reason they're there.
Yep.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, it was 81, so I'll take the good with the bad. All right. Well, that was it.